United States District Court for the District of Minnesota is now in special session. The Honorable John F. Dougherty presiding.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please be seated. My name is John Dougherty. I'm a federal magistrate judge here in Minnesota. It's my pleasure and it's my great honor to be here with all of you today as you complete your journey to U.S. citizenship. All of you gathered in this room have come here from many different parts of the world. We'll find out how many in just a couple of minutes when I read through the list of countries that are represented. All of you have come to this decision for many different reasons, and all of you are about to take the final step to become citizens of the United States. So as you know from the program for this ceremony, we're going to begin with the national anthem. Then I'll read off the list of countries that are represented here today among the new American citizens. It's always very interesting to find out how many countries there really are and how many people come from each one of them. Then Mr. Alexiev from Citizenship and Immigration Services will ask me to administer the oath of naturalization to all of you, and he'll include in that request all of the legally required parts that you have met in order to be here today. And then I will, of course I'll say yes to his request, and then I will administer the oath of citizenship to all of you. Once you've taken that oath, you are citizens of the United States, and it will be my great honor, one of the perks of being the judge at a naturalization ceremony, to be the first to address you as my fellow Americans. And I'll say a few words, and it will be a few. I know I'm the only thing that stands between you and champagne and cake, so I'll be quick. But I will say a few words of encouragement and of congratulations. So, let's begin with our national anthem. If you will please rise and face the flag. So as I said a moment or two ago, we've come here from all over the world, and we're going to find out more about that right now. The list that I'm going to read is organized alphabetically, but it's separate alphabets. So first there will be the countries that have one new citizen, then the countries with two new citizens, then the countries with three, and so forth and so on, until at the end we get the big reveal of which country has the most new citizens here today, and you may talk amongst yourselves about that or place bets. It's all well and good. But let's begin. And when I call the name of your country, would you please stand, and would you please remain standing until the end? So here are the countries with one new citizen. Number one is American Samoa. Number two is Australia. Bolivia, Burkina Faso, Chile, Eswatini, Gabon, the Gambia, Guatemala, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Italy, Mongolia, Nicaragua, Norway, Pakistan, Romania, Sudan, Syria, Taiwan, Tanzania, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Yemen, and Zimbabwe. With two new citizens, we've got Argentina, Benin, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Congo, Kinshasa, Djibouti, the Dominican Republic, Egypt, Eritrea, Finland, Iraq, Ireland, Moldova, the Netherlands, Peru, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, Sri Lanka, Tajikistan, Trinidad and Tobago, and Uganda. And then with three, Bangladesh, Colombia, Costa Rica, Honduras, Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica has arrived. Venezuela. And before we've got Ghana, Guyana, Nepal, South Africa, and Ukraine. Only one country with 5, that's Togo. 3 countries with 6. First, Brazil, El Salvador, and Nigeria. With 8, just Thailand. With 9, Cameroon, and Russia. With 10, Cambodia, and the People's Republic of China. With 11, Germany. With 12, Ecuador. With 14, Canada. Also with 14, the United Kingdom. United Kingdom contingent, hands up if anyone is Scottish. Anyone? Oh, welcome. once stood in the same room you stand in. In fact, I learned this little trick from a judge who naturalized me, and I'm from Glasgow. So, welcome, sir. You're going to fit in fine. With 15, the Philippines. With 15, Vietnam. And now we get into the big numbers. 20 from India. 21 from Kenya. 21 from Laos. 28 from Burma. 28 from Ethiopia. 30 from Liberia. Now the last two countries, which always sort of trade ceremony by ceremony, sometimes one's number one, sometimes the other. Today, in the runner-up position, is Somalia with 45, but with 52, Mexico. All right, Officer Alexia is going to make a formal request because we are in court session. And he's going to ask the court to do something, which is to give you the oath of allegiance. And as I said, Officer Alexia will recap all the various requirements that you've had to meet in order to be here. And then it will be time for the oath. Okay? Officer?
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, the government recommends the oath of allegiance be administered to 499 applicants for naturalization who have been interviewed and whose applications have been approved. They are permanent residents in the United States and have resided within the Minneapolis-St. Paul, Minnesota district for the required 3-month period. They are persons of good moral character who are attached to the principles of the Constitution and form of government of the United States. The government recommends that the court administer the oath of allegiance as required by law so that the applicants may be admitted to citizenship and that the name changes requested in the petitions be granted.
Officer Alexia, thank you. Your request is granted. It is time in this naturalization ceremony for you all to take the oath of citizenship. This is what legally makes you an American. So please speak up nice and loud and clear. You will repeat the words of the oath after me. This is not meant to be a memory test. I will stop frequently. I will chunk the oath into small units. I'll point out that there are screens at the front and you can follow along. Just one thing, it is traditional in the United States for oaths to end with the words, "So help me God." Some people prefer not to say those words, and that is perfectly fine. Just don't. It has absolutely no effect on the legal effect of the oath. You will still be a naturalized citizen, whether you say it or not. But I have had people really tie themselves in knots over that, and I don't want anyone to do that today. All right. If everyone is ready, please rise. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations, you're all now. So, my fellow Americans, you are now all legally citizens of the United States. What you have just done is give up your political allegiance to any other country. And I want to make a point of that, because I know that some of you might be having, or might suspect, or might wonder, can I really become an American? Not just in the eyes of the law, but really. Maybe your English is accented. Maybe you speak a language other than English entirely when you're with family. Maybe you follow a sport that's not widely known in the United States. Maybe you enjoy the food of your former country. I think more profoundly, maybe you stay in touch with family and with close friends and still think of your former country as home. So are you a real American? Yes, you are. You are real Americans because real Americans, which I don't even know what that really means, but real Americans have accents, they eat pierogies, they celebrate the triumph of light over darkness on Diwali, and they do all sorts of things that make them individual and unique people. Answering the question of who is a real American depends first of all on answering the question of what's the real America, and I will just acknowledge the elephant in the room that right now that is a loaded question. So let me begin by trying and saying what the real America is not. The real America is not a white country. It is not a Christian country. It is not a country for only people with certain political beliefs. But the real America is also not a Jewish, a Hindu, an Islamic, or a Buddhist country. It is not an Asian, or Black, or Hispanic, or South Asian country. The real America exists beyond all of these divisions, because America is a society, a community, that's organized itself around two principal beliefs. The first belief is democracy. In this country, the people rule, and nobody, elected or unelected, may impose their will monarchically if the people have a different point of view. The first three words of the Constitution to which you just took an oath are, "We the people." But the United States is not a pure democracy, and that's where the second organizing value comes up, which are constitutional rights. A majority, even an overwhelming majority, may not pass laws or do things that violate the rights of even one individual person. A person's right to free speech, freedom of religion, trial by jury. So even if the majority, by 99% to 1%, want to do something that violates constitutional rights, it can't be done. And the courts of this country will safeguard and protect the rights of the people who live here. So are you a real American? Yes, of course you are. If you believe in democracy, and you believe in the Constitution, and the individual rights it grants, you are going to fit in just fine here, and you don't need to worry about a thing. It doesn't matter what food you eat, it doesn't matter what sports you enjoy, it doesn't matter where you came from or what your religion is. As long as you agree your political beliefs can only become law when a majority wills it, and can never become law if it violates other people's rights. All of you are immigrants. There is a lot of talk these days that is hostile to immigrants. My advice, and I'm not saying put your head in the sand, but I'm saying don't worry about it too much. Because unfortunately, at different times in the United States' history, this has erupted from time to time. Early in the 19th century, it was help wanted signs put down the bottom and said no Irish in the front. Later in the 19th century, the Chinese exclusion. Early in the 20th century, eugenics and the idea that there were differences between the races that were genetic. Notoriously, in World War II, the internment of loyal Japanese Americans. So what we're seeing today is sadly familiar, but all I can tell you is that it has always passed. It's not pleasant to live through it, but it does go away. And I want you to have heart, because most Americans, an overwhelming majority of Americans, understand that immigrants greatly benefit our society. They're very proud of their own foreign ancestry. And you're wanted here, you're welcome. Being an American citizen is a great privilege, but it's also a great obligation if you do it properly. Please register to vote, and please vote in every election, every time. We're being naturalized just a few months too late to have voted in the election of 2024, but you will be able to vote in the next election, the congressional midterms of 2026, and the presidential election of 2028. And there will be numerous school board elections and city council elections in between. Educate yourself on the issues, educate yourself on the candidates, and then go cast your vote. Cast your informed vote. Even if the line at the polling station is long, turn out for public meetings, even when you're tired. Speak out against injustice, even when it seems like nobody's listening. Notice the genius of the Constitution. Notice how the rights in the Constitution are exactly what a person would need in order to be a free citizen in a democracy. Freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom to keep private things that are private, freedom to participate in elections, all of them engineered to let us hear the wisdom of the American people, which now includes each and every one of you. So please remember that democracy is not a spectator sport. make your part in the great American experiment in democracy a speaking part. With those acts of service and of citizenship, you can help us continue to grow towards the ideals on which the United States is founded. Congratulations, my fellow Americans, and best wishes to each one of you on your new citizenship. We'll now have a video, and then we'll all say the Pledge of Allegiance together, and I will adjourn court. Please, those stay in your seats. Those are assigned seats, and staff will be coming around with your naturalization certificates. So I will leave those. All right? So, to the video.
Please raise your right hand. I hereby declare that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America. And I say this delegation. Congratulations to all Americans and citizens.
And in closing, let's all rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. This time, you won't follow me, we'll all say it together. very happy for all of you. Thank you for having me here today. U.S. District Court for the District of Minnesota's special session is now adjourned.